Hello and welcome to Dan Talks United. Yes, the big one. We won 2-1. Those Scouse twats beat them 2-1 at Anfield. No better feeling than that. And yes, the big man with the slab head gets the winner to make it 2-1 at Anfield. Right in their faces. And that's the sort of result that I was wanting. Yes, I predicted 1-1, but I'm glad to be wrong. 2-1. I'll take that all day long, moving up the table slightly, and to stick that knife into the sides of those Scousers feels even sweeter. So yes, get in, United, United, United.
Nobody marks Delo when he plays at left wing back. They never bloody do, because they're like, nah, he's shit, don't worry about that. Come on, Ahmad. There's a Liverpool player down. And Burmo scores 1-0. He's given it. 1-0 to United. What were you moaning about? There's a Liverpool player down, but it's 1-0 to United and it's Mburmo straight away.
That is he, but he is these days. Hang on a second, Ahmad Diallo plays one into Mburmo! Mburmo! Mburmo's fucking scored! Yes, mate! 1 fucking minute in and Mburmo scored! Come on! You beauty! Have some of that! We flummoxed them, mate! Come on! Oh, yes! We've turned up. There goes Ahmad Diallo with a sick little through ball and Bremo with a sick fucking run.
Looks like Amorim went with the similar approach that he did against Sunderland and decided not to do the approach that we did against Arsenal and being a bit more on the front foot. So, yes, sat a bit deeper, but again, it's what I was asking for in the last video. It was to stay compact, wait to see how Liverpool were going to play, and then try and hit them on the counter, if you want to call it the counter, or a quick transition. And I think that gameplay or game plan worked really well. Can't say that I was happy with the starting lineup. However, as I was said at the start of the game, to myself anyway, is that if it works, fair enough. If it doesn't work, then you are putting another nail in your coffin, Amorim. But it's worked out for you. We've won 2-1. I suppose you wanted to have Maguire at the back there for a bit of a goal presence when it comes to set pieces. Playing Cunha, I suppose Mbeumo was more up front, or playing as that sort of false nine in a certain aspect. I would have started Sesko, but anyway, it has worked out, as I say. But like I say, we sat deep, and then a good breakaway when Bruno's snatched the ball in the centre of midfield, made a nice pass out to Ahmad. Ahmad's beat his man, and he's passed it into Mbeumo. Okay, there was a bit of a collision with Van Twerk. He seems to have taken out Mbeumo and his own man, McAllister. Anyway, Mbeumo gets back up and gets ready for the pass into the box, and a nice smart finish comes off the keeper, but a smart finish nevertheless, and that's what we want. We wanted to go in front if we could, because we know if we go behind, we always struggle when we go behind 1-0, 2-0. It's very hard for us to claw it back, but be in the lead at Anfield, you can't ask for any more than that. After scoring that quite early goal, to be honest, I'm sure that was in the first 2 minutes, I think we're settled. I think when we got that first goal, we thought, right, we've got that goal. Let's try and sort of settle down a little bit and maybe try and get that second. I think there was nervy moments towards the end of that first half, and we needed to get to that half-time period where we could just go in there and recharge and refresh and come back out in the second half. Problem is for me, when we came back out in the second half, I don't think we started that second half very well. I think we was under the cosh, and it was looking like they were going to score, and it was very nervy, and I must admit that Post was our friend for most of that game. Gakpo had plenty of chances, or it seemed like he did. And Le Mans had to make a couple of saves, but he obviously got away with a couple because either the crossbar or the post, that was definitely on our side. We needed a bit of luck going to Anfield. Any team does going to Anfield needs a bit of luck to get out of there with even a point. So we've done really well there. But like I say, as the pressure built, you could sort of sense that there was going to be a goal coming. And there was, I think it was 78th minute roughly, Gakpo gets quite a tapping. I think we had some poor defending on that right-hand side. Dalot's let the cross come in. It's rolled under his foot. and then it's just come across the box and he's tapped it in. Probably should have scored before that, as I was saying earlier, Gakpo, but he'd just get an easy finish. Now, one thing I will say is, although I'm thinking, right, here we go again, they did actually seem to have the right attitude, Manchester United, which is really odd to say they're at Anfield as well. And it looked like it was a case of, okay, you've scored, but we could probably score again, and we're going to go again. And there was a really good attitude from Cunha and Mbeumo for me in regards to that. There wasn't really the heads down that you normally get. So I can only sort of commend the team for that, because, like I say, it could have been heads down, it could have been Anfield, the crowd on top of them, and then before you know it, it goes to 1-1, then 2-1, and then 3-1, and it just gets silly. But we've done well. We've managed to, in the 84th minute, the big guy, Slabhead, gets that 2-1, gets the winner in the end. Beautiful crossing from Bruno, to be honest, and then a really good header from Maguire, and it's a routine header really. It's one that you'd expect Maguire to get. So I don't feel that Bruno played particularly well throughout the game. I think he was costing us, especially in the centre of the park. His touches seemed to be off at times, his passes seemed to be off at times. But one thing you can always say with Bruno, Mr. Statman, he either gets a penalty or a goal or an assist. He's never too far away from a stat. And to be fair to him, as much as I was calling him throughout the game and he was really frustrating me, Bruno, he's got that pivotal crossing right on the centre of the slab head. So, like I say, I do think it was the right call to sub him off and bring Mano on, for example, but he's made that count towards the end of the game. And then Michael Oliver, don't like the referee, but I must admit, wasn't too bad, but I don't know where 8 minutes comes from. I suppose that's not down to him per se, but that 8 minutes was just torture. Never thought that was going to end. It felt like the longest period of the whole game, that 8 minutes, but we got through it and we've got the win. So now it's just about, really quickly towards the end of this video now, it's about man of the match. Now, post your comments below. Who do you think is the man of the match? Now, in terms of who I feel played well, definitely felt that Ahmad played well, because as I've said before, I don't always feel that he's been playing particularly that well this season, but in the last couple of games, especially against Sunderland, started to pick up and start to play quite well with Mbeumo, and obviously they've linked again in this game to get that 1-0 at the start of the first half. So he's definitely up there. And Mbeumo, I feel like he had a really good game. Unfortunately, Mount was a bit quiet. Cunha, yeah, it was okay. Defence, relatively okay with De Ligt, for example. Maguire did bits here and there. But maybe a shocker. And I think Sky Sports has given this guy the player of the match. But for me, man of the match has got to be Slabhead. If you score the winner at Anfield at the 84th minute, I don't care particularly how well you played throughout the game, you've got to get man of the match for that. So Maguire gets man of the match. What do you guys think? Put your comments below, as I was saying earlier. Really short video. United. Thanks for watching Dan Talks United. Please subscribe, because that's really important. You're going to see more of me, especially with wins like that. Please like, please share, and I will see you on the next one.
I thought he deflected in, the bloody cheeky camera. Back post, Maguire. Goal! 2-1! I told ya! I bloody told you it could happen! 2-1, Harry Maguire on the back post. United, right at the end. Looked like they might have bloody won it. I said it, didn't I? I said put a good corner in. You never know in this game. It's been one of those bloody games. You never know. United are back in front with 7.